tell us a bit about ICLUB, what you are doing. You opened recently headquarters in Cyprus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much, Panis. It's of course a pleasure to have this interview with you because you're the person that's familiar with the whole ecosystem of the Cyprus. So it's big honor, first of all. Answering to your question, iClub is launching about a year ago in Cyprus. So globally, we are right now running 8 regions, and it's mostly in Europe. The next year we are launching our US-based region like New York, Miami. But the track numbers is simple, like we have right now more than 500 members. And on a monthly basis, we are closing around 3 to 5 deals. And on average, it's around like €1 million allocations that we are like raising through the iClub per month. So that means that we are on track. And also during the last few years, we generate already 8 million returns for our club members with 6 exits from our portfolio. And what I'm seeing right now, that in Cyprus, there is a big potential to grow not just from the VC perspective, but also from the angel investor perspective. There is not so many of them. Yeah. We know that, but of course we are on a mission to just bring this culture of angel investors here, because once there will be more angel investors in Cyprus, there will be more great and bright stories behind the scene about the startup that will be sophisticatedly growing globally from Cyprus.
And actually on that side, we need more education in Cyprus, because we have high net worth individuals, they have money, but they never heard technology, they invest only in real estate. So do you think that's a good thing to educate them, start investing also in technology? How do you see that?
Yes, I think so, and that's a good point. And the question is simple, if you are investors, it's always coming the question of liquidity of your investments. For now, we've seen that there is a lot of course, potential from the real estate market, and definitely it's a good right now timing to invest in real estate. But from the financial markets like public markets and different type of investment bond strategy, etc., it's not a good time right now to invest. And also we've seen that the crypto market itself hit this winter that's not so sophisticated from the returns perspective. And what we are doing with the venture capital, we're trying to build a platform for innovation that will define the industries in the next 5-10 years. Because each company that we are showing, it has a very robust setup with the founder who made 2-3 exits before, and all of them have a very great impactful understanding of the industry. That means that if you want to become an iClub member, you can also understand their mindset and their vision for innovation. And of course I believe in Cyprus-based investors, because one they will understand that innovation is not something that they can terminate. It's already an agenda, so they will step in. An example, we last year showing up company that we invest in, calling Gropius. So they doing innovation in prop tech. So they build the pre-constructed buildings for the 6 or 10 layers in Germany. They already have a plan. And the beauty of this startup is simple. In 4 weeks they can build this 6-layer apartment building. They have only 15% cement inside their structuring, and the cost for square meter is around 600 up to 1,000 euro. So it's even less than right now you have in Cyprus, because from my understanding of numbers, it's around 2,000, 3,000 K just cost to implement for the developer. But this is a reality that can bring as innovation also to the Cyprus. And the beauty of this startup is Gropius, that the founder was, and it is like a Marcus Furman. He's a founder of Delivery Hero before. So he bring the company to the public market that right now doing over than 3 billion revenue. And he, of course, doing the next big run with the prop tech. And that will definitely change the reality of the real estate as well. But it's just a question of time.
Yeah, and in general, what are the factors that you are looking in a team or a project? Just to start first to think about it, that you are going to invest in that.
Maybe I can pass a question to Julia. Yeah. What do you think?
What factors you see in a team?
What factors we see before investing?
Yeah.
So first of all, we believe our experience, which is almost 10 years, because ICLUB is based on TA Ventures Fund, and TA Ventures is 10 plus years experience and has a great network. That's why when we get an application from any founder, we track the success story of founders and CEO of that company, what it was before. We have personal meetings with teams because it's very important who are in the back of this or that project. And of course, we make very efficient due diligence of the project before investing into it. Yeah, like legal, financial due diligence before making a decision.
Okay.
Yes.
And any tips how to approach investors?
Oh my
for
god!
our audience?
Oh my god! That's tricky questions. Like so first of all, you can meet Yulia or myself during the events. Another point that's like you can try to approach if you are would like to apply to the iClub. It's very simple. You can go to the website iclub.vc and there will be join us form, and you can just simply apply and join our event that we are hosting in Limassol each month. And that's we bring there a lot of founders, investors to the agenda of venture capital. And the simple and beautiful thing that what we are thinking right now, that of course there is big region that already sophisticated, like UK, Germany, DACH region. They're already on track with venture capital, but Cyprus is yet not there. In my opinion, it's missed advantage because you guys bring the first who made this education master degree in blockchain globally. You have a lot of scientific innovations regarding even COVID and etc. That already have publicly proved. So in terms of their this background check, your founders already has a pretty sophisticated track. The only questions that it's been raised for, it's to have this clear path between idea to the something that can be already scaled up. So that's maybe early stage companies, and of course angel investors. That's we have on a mission to grow up to 1,000. That we have in our plan to have 1,000 members until the end of this year globally with iClub. So that's what we want to bring as agenda. So maybe next big thing we can just start it out in Cyprus.
Yeah, I'm getting something that you mentioned that the venture funding scene currently in Cyprus is starting now. It started the last, when you came, of course. It coincides then also. Now we have another, I know at least 3-4 new venture VCs funds are launching from Cypriots.
Nice.
We have also the equity fund, the public equity fund. 4 teams are pre-selected, and 2 of them they will probably start
funding.
They will get around 30, 40, 50 million each. Nice. To start investing in Cypriot formulated companies. Mm-hmm. Any tips about the future of this? How we can develop, because you have the experience from TA Ventures, how we can develop that in the next at least 1-2 years. Mm-hmm. Some things that we need to look out while developing this venture funding scene in Cyprus.
It's a very good question, because our mission is simple. We already generate most of the revenue as iClub from the exits that we have with our members. And if we are talking about the Cyprus market and the driven innovation and investors, of course, the question is simple, how many sophisticated and good story we have with exits here. So as an example, we have several iClub members in Cyprus that already have exits in their portfolio. And once investors hit this mark and situation of exit, so he get this returned money and capital, he understand that it's a proven vehicle for investing. So he will grow his appetite and start to invest more. And I'm completely transparently advocate Cyprus for this purpose, because there is plenty of startups And if our iClub members generate a lot of this IRR perspective from the returns of the investments, of course they will start to invest locally. And the fund that you mentioned as well, it's just a question about their performance, because of course it is very simple maybe to distribute the money that you get from the government. It's very simple, but the question, where will they get to the point in 10, 12 years? And of course the government itself wants to have more traction and performance with exits, etc. So we may be happy to explore this opportunity together with these funds, because we already have inside the TA Ventures and iClub one investment in Greek startup. It's called POP. It's quick commerce startup. It's one of the first one that operates in Athens and has majority of the shares on the market. It's very unique product. But in my opinion, it will be more innovation company that we started out here. And the question is simple, how they structuring this funding strategy to not just raising money from the one investor, but rather to co-investors that can support this company through the long period of time and help them with the proper business development, and maybe set up a relation with them with different type of portfolio company that can bring the revenue. That's simple.
Cool. Many thanks. That's the first interview. We'll have more.
Yeah, cool. And maybe we can also share some quick maybe words to Cyprus audience that you have. Maybe Yulia can tell something to audience of the channel. What do you think?
What I would like to add, just be the best at what you are doing. It's high time to prove yourself and your processes each day. And there are no competitors in your life and around you. All are people whom you can learn and with whom you can learn together. I think that is the best idea for all the venture world and all the startups who want to raise money.